TV commercials and models and things like that. So it was, sometimes I was up early in the morning, home late at night, but I lived with my mother, so she sort of raised my kids, and I always thought, one day I want to have a business where we could all work together so I could get to know them as people, and we could really share and work and grow together. So that was sort of, in the back of my mind. But, it's interesting working with family.
Well, what brought it to the front of your mind? I mean, I love the sort of you're laying the steps of the story. So how did it kind of come to the fact that it was a business with you and your daughters?
Well, I sort of had the opportunity to work for different companies, and I'd go to night schools. I went to Wharton. I went to some other night schools to learn whatever I needed to learn in order to do that, that function. And after a while, I ran, I worked for another company, a skincare company, and I became vice president of everything. Instead of getting a raise, I got a title. So I was vice president of of sales, vice president of marketing, vice president of education and training, and I loved it. I mean, it was like an education on it, and I worked with chemists and doctors, and the company traveled all over the country, and we educated people, mostly estheticians and doctors, on how to incorporate the aesthetic part of your, the aesthetics into your medical practice. And that was sort of the beginning of the medical aesthetics in the Medi-Spas. So it was an interesting time, and we had a lot of people that were donating time, a lot of educators, high-level doctors, heads of dermatology departments at major colleges, and they would come and do little segments of a seminar, and so they could learn too. And it was just really fun and interesting, and we traveled a lot in Canada, Trinidad, East Coast, West Coast, North and South. So, I mean, it was, like I said, a learning on-the-job experience. So I didn't make a lot of money, but had a lot of titles, and I learned a lot about running a business.
Excellent.
So, and not only that, I learned a lot about ingredients and the way ingredients work in products and on your skin, and the different levels of ingredients. You can have an ingredient like glycolic, and it could be a industrial level, a food level, or a pharmaceutical level. So even though it says the same thing on the label, it's glycolic. But the purity, it means a lot, especially if you have sensitive and problem skin.
Absolutely. So take us to where you started your company.
Well, I started my company through a blessing by God. I've always been interested in giving back to the community, and I'm on several boards. But I was soliciting for the Coatesville Cultural Society, and I'd been involved in that for years. And we wanted to build a theater in Coatesville, so I went to one of the philanthropists, and I was asking for money again, which is hard for me to do. I hate to do that, but I believed in it. I wanted it to happen. So, he would donate money, and next year I'd go back and he'd donate more money. So one time he asked me, well, how are you doing? And what are you doing? And I thought, well, and at that time I was working for a physician on the main line, and I was doing aesthetics at night, and I was his office manager for the cosmetic practice during the day. And I said, well, I just want to do skincare. And I asked my boss if I could just rent his space and do that, but he liked what I was doing in the medical practice, and he said, he needed me to do what he needed me to do. Right. And so I thought, well, it's just not time. So the gentleman said, well, it sounds like you need your own business. Come back with a plan.
Wow.
And I know. I was reading a book at that time. This is one of those experiences. I was reading a book called The Wisdom of Florence Scovel Shinn, and it was about how to direct your thoughts so that they become things, and how your words have power and how your thoughts have power. So I've been reading it every day. I had it with me in the car. I have it whenever I had a negative thought, I'd open it up and read something positive. And when that happened, it scared the life out of me. I mean, I thought, I almost, like walking out, I was like kind of wobbly.
Wobbly, right.
And well, anyway, that's what happened. And I came back with a sketchy plan, and I was on my way. And that time was so scary, but so exciting. But, you know, I read in that book somewhere that fear is lack of faith. And I have a very strong faith. And I just latched onto that, and that helped to keep me sort of stable through all that.
That is wonderful.
Yeah,
wow.
it was a blessing. It was a miracle, actually. But, you know, it's sort of like I always thought. If I was ready when the opportunity presented itself, it would happen. So
wonderful,
yeah.
Wonderful. Well, show us your products. Show us what you have.
Well, my products they were formulated for very sensitive and problem skin. They were my very, very favorite clients. They're the ones that they've gone to dermatologists, they've gone to doctors, they've changed their diet, they've done some other things, and their skin still had problems. So, should I show you a little?
Sure, yeah, please, please.
This is our most popular product. This is called the Hyaluronic Therapeutic Cream. Hyaluronic, by the way, is the most powerful natural moisturizing ingredient known to science. And you'll hear it on TV now, but we've had it for over 13 years. And it's amazing. I'll just get a little spatula here to give you a little.
Okay. Ooh. Rub it in.
Moisture is one of the biggest anti-aging ingredients that you can have. You know, moisturizers, but you can moisturize your skin by sealing it with an occlusive agent like Vaseline or Aquaphor or something like that. Our products attract and hold moisture, and it pushes that moisture down onto your skin. The hyaluronic, we use a large molecule hyaluronic, so it doesn't penetrate your skin. It lies on the surface and holds that moisture in there. And our formulations are really, and I didn't whip this up in the kitchen.
I know, you actually had a lab.
We had a laboratory, we had a PhD chemist, a cosmetic chemist, which is really different from regular chemistry. And a lot of people don't realize that. It's a whole different language in chemistry. So we had him formulate with us for the first 6 months. And I had ingredients that I had wanted to use in products that when I was working with the other company that they didn't have. So we came up with those. Some things worked, some things didn't work with our base formula. So it was, a trial and error thing. And then we had the line pretty much together.
Terrific. And you have an example of your line. Would you show that to the audience and then let them know how they can get in touch with you?
We are located in Downingtown. Our phone number is 610-269-7009. And we also have a website. The website is www.dermha, that's DERMHA.com. And you can purchase over the website. We're also, we're sold through some physicians' offices in the area and across the country. So you can also call us and we can tell you those places where you can buy it.
And what, for example, is in that kit right there, just to
this.
point it out?
Yeah, this.
Even if it stays in the plastic, just to briefly point out what.
This is our Gentle Face and Body Wash. The Gentle Face and Body Wash it lasts over 3 months. Use a little of it and water. All of our cleansers are water-based. All of our moisturizers are water-based. So it's for very, very sensitive skin. It's great for eczema, for rosacea, for any type of sensitive healing skin. It's got a very gentle antibacterial ingredient in there, so it helps to fight infection while you're healing. It was all formulated for use, like I said, in physicians' offices for people that had compromised skin. This is the Hyaluronic Moisture Cream Plus, and this is one of my favorite. I use this morning and night, and I mean, the thing that I love most about my business, the thing that I like most about what I've created, is that I can actually tell people, okay, if you do this, if you do that, you'll be fine. I've gotten people off of their rosacea medication, and I mean, completely. And sometimes I would say you might be able to cut down on your medication, and they come back and say, I don't use it anymore.
Oh my goodness.
It's, you know.
And the final two products?
Well, this is the therapeutic cream again. This is what's for you.
Right.
And this is our cream mask. Our cream mask is very hydrating. It's a hydrating, calming, soothing mask. And a lot of times our skin is very stressed, and you know, we just need a pick-me-up. We need to feel relaxed and hydrated. It's got things in it like aloe, valerian, calendula, actually tamanu, which is very healing too. And so people with acne, sometimes they overly dry their skin. The cream mask, even though you would think it's for somebody older with dry skin, for acne skin, it's really good.
Wow. Millie, thank you so much for bringing your product, sharing your story and your knowledge. And I know that it is totally impolite to ask someone to reveal their age. And I will say that you have always looked gorgeous, and you continue to look gorgeous. So thank you for being a model of beauty and a model of just great skincare and a wonderful businesswoman.
Well, thank you, Fran. And you too.
Thank you.
I've always admired you and what you do.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Well, significant stories from significant entrepreneurs. Our guest today is Millie Bell, President and founder of Skin Health Solutions. And you can find her and her products on the web at www.dermha. Look forward to seeing you on our next episode, and thank you again.